Okay, this is the first episode of a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10-year series. We'll find out. But building a vegan village and sanctuary from zero. First episode. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked because it's the first episode of this series, of this new stage, of this new step, of this new phase on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is changing from Mindfulness Chris, talking about mindfulness and spirituality and consciousness and all that stuff, increasing the awareness, and moving into a new phase, a new dialogue of my journey, of my life. And that phase is the mission and the journey of building a vegan village and an animal sanctuary to serve the animals, to serve the earth, and then the benefit of that is serving ourselves. So we're healing the earth, we're healing animals, and we're healing self. So how am I going to do that? That's the $1 million question. Literally, $1 million question. So here's what I got going so far. Right now I'm in Canada, right? This is where I'm living, this is where I'm situated. The goal is to find a remote job. As of now, I've been traveling for the last 2 years. I've now come back to Canada. I now have a 9 to 5. I got back to the workforce to save money to build this. But instead of waiting 5 or 10 years, if I can find a remote job now, I can get out there sooner. So, find a remote job. Gonna buy a van. I'm not necessarily buying a van to do the van life thing and to go explore the world. I'm buying a van so I can live in the van on the land. And then that van will turn into an asset for the land so I can go to freaking slaughterhouses or go to auctions and to rescue animals or to drive on the street, find the street dogs, get them in the van, bring them back to the land. So the van for the first phase will serve the purpose of living, to be able to survive and breathe and have shelter on the land. But the second purpose, it will turn into a sanctuary van. So that's the van. Once I get the van, it's time to look at Costa Rica. Costa Rica seems to be the spot. When I do a lot of research, the most sustainable country in terms of the countries that are around. They haven't had an army since the 70s. Spanish speaking, a lot of Spanish. Been there a few times. The relationship's really good with how eco-friendly they are, how sustainable they are. They're very forward with that. They're regenerating their rainforests. A lot of pros. Costa Rica's the spot. Raw land. I've started looking at raw land. First animal, as soon as the land is gotten, as soon as we build a fence, as soon as we build something, a safe space for them, first animal is being rescued, saved, whatever needs help at that time in the present moment. Sanctuary, right? We're gonna start evolving and turning into a sanctuary. And then boom, gonna turn into a retreat so people can start coming and seeing it's gonna be a service-focused retreat. And then turning into the village, right? So we're gonna have the animal sanctuary, we're gonna have the A-frames, and people will be able to come and live on the land. It's gonna turn into its own little type of village. Small, nothing big, nothing big. Okay, so that's the plan. Where am I now, right? Act 1, it's the condo phase. I'm living in a little small bachelor condo, right, to maximize savings. So don't have a land yet, we're saving money. We're gonna try to find a remote job, we're gonna learn Costa Rican, we're gonna plan in the van, building Art of Healing Earth. That's what we're building right now. We're building Art of Healing Earth, which is a yearly, maybe bi-yearly, maybe a few times a year where we're just doing retreats, right? So when I say retreats, I'm saying service-focused retreats. These retreats are dedicated and guided towards helping the animals, helping the locals in the culture and the country that we choose, and then helping ourselves in the process, but also meeting you guys, meeting people, connecting, building that relationship, right? So that's the goal right now. It's preparation time. Second phase, what am I even building, right? What's the village? What does that even look like? Well, it's all around Art of Healing Earth. I think healing Earth comes down to an art, and I think I've kind of figured it out. Animals at the forefront, because they're sentient beings, are the ones that are most oppressed, that have no voice at all. They have zero voice, and they need to be spoken for, because there are millions a day that get slaughtered. There are billions a day in the ocean that get slaughtered. It's insane how many animals get destroyed every single day, and they're souls, they're beings. So animals at the forefront. Second, people, right? We are beings, we also have a heart, we also have feelings, we also care, and there's a depth inside of our heart, right? We all feel it, we all need it, we all want it, right? But there's just so much programming, so much stuff around our heart. So the goal is to remove that programming so we can connect to the animals, connect to ourselves. Earth School, right? This school is it's the classic information awareness around regenerative farming, food, nutrition, helping animals, saving animals, and then also helping ourselves, how to maximize, how to be present, how to be still, how to take control of the mind, right? This is gonna be a phone-free service retreat, right? We leave our phone at the door, we leave our shoes at the door, and we just connect with self, connect with land, connect with the animals. Land, right? Finding raw land. I've been looking at land. There's looking at 10 acres, 20 acres. it's all within the wheelhouse of the budget, right? It's looking between 150 to 300,000 Canadian. So it's within the next couple years, it's within reach, right? So the land is priority number one, raw land. So that's a village, right? So a safe home for animals, vegan community, service retreats, simple living, education, and healing through action. It's gonna be an action-focused retreat center or sanctuary center, okay? Animals are not part of the village. That's not the goal, right? They are the reason for it. I'm building this whole village for the animals. The way I've designed it is so the A-frames that will generate the income for people staying there or living there is all being funneled to the nonprofits, all being funneled to the animals. The more money we make for the sanctuary, for the village, the more money goes towards the sanctuary, the more money equals more animals saved. It's really that simple. We're gonna have a plant-based eatery on the land, we're gonna have meditation, yoga studio, we're gonna have it all. And all that money that's being brought in from the humans healing is actually being all given to the animals. There's zero other intentions or purpose to make money or to there's no money. I don't need material. I don't need a vehicle. I don't need anything. I literally just need the money to go to the freaking animals. So that's why I've designed it this way. So it's like, how can we source in the money and save, helps animals? To me, it sounds simple in my head. Number three, right? The real plan. Let's get down to it. So I need to get remote income because if I stay in Canada and I work at this job that I currently have, it'll take me 5 to 10 years to get the money that I need to buy the land and to build this situation. So if I get a remote job soon, I can then work from my computer from Costa Rica, similar time zone. So I can work during the day, right? But in the morning, I can do all the animal stuff, the farm stuff, working during the day, and then in the evening, still more tasks around the land. Because it's really just driving the van there. The raw land is purchased. Now we're on the land, right? And it's a slow build, right? We're now living on the land. We got the first animal. It may take a month to a couple months to build the first farm space for the animals, and then build the second A-frame, so then we can start getting people to come visit, come spend the journey there. So it's a very slow build. I'm not in a rush. There's no rush to build this, but I want to be mindful and get there as soon as possible because the faster I get there, the faster I can help the animal, right? So it's not so much about it needs to be the last version of this village, but a close enough version where I can bring in some animals, right? Save and raise money, right? So of course, all the money that I make online through the retreats, through whatever other offers I start coming up with that I have to figure out, whatever I make online, all being funneled into an account that is going to be buying the land to start this journey. So that's that. Buying the van, right? That's the first stage. That's the next stage. As soon as the next couple months to a year, the van will be purchased because that's going to be turned into my home for as long as I live on the land to build the actual little A-frame. Because I'm very minimalist. I don't need much. Find the raw land. So I've been looking, there's a lot of good options. I'm actually in conversation with a real estate agent in Costa Rica, with a lawyer. So that conversations are starting. It seems very, very doable, very easy. So I'm not too concerned there. Start simple, like I was saying a bit earlier. It's just starting simple. It's getting there, living in the van, helping a couple animals, and just slowly building with us, building together. And I'm sure along this journey we'll find people. If you're interested, reach out to me. I'll put links in the little bio. There's information to join me in this journey to build. There's information to invest if you want to invest. There's information to team up, whatever. Like right now I'm at 100,000. That's how much income that's how much I have saved up so far. So I'm about halfway there. I'm close. Build fencing, water, and shelter. That's the basic. Build some fencing so the animals have some space, safe space. Get some water going, right? Gotta dig a well. Once we got water, then build some shelter. Shelter is for us, right? If you're joining, got shelter for us. We gotta build an A-frame. A-frames are between 30 and 40,000. Thankfully, I know how to build things, so it'll take longer because I'm building it, but it helps a lot with the cost and also just takes time. There's no rush because this is a marathon. We're building something meaningful, right? Rescue the first animal. I wish this was one, but I also want to make sure that the space that we create is good for the animal, right? I don't want to just rescue all these animals, then the animals are rescued from one spot, then put into a spot where it's just a struggle. Yes, it's a better spot, so there's of course an improvement, but I want it to be sustainable long term. I do want to maximize and give them the best possible life. So these are the steps that kind of need to happen for that. And then yeah, grow slowly and honestly. It's all about authenticity and rawness. Just be freaking real. Show the numbers, show the reality, show the struggles and all that stuff. And that's why this first video is just the whiteboard. And for the next year, it will most likely be whiteboard videos till I get the van, till I get the land. But the goal of this channel now is to bring you along this journey with me, to show you from the step one of building right till we actually have the land. So this is step one, the whiteboard. Yeah, so pretty simple, right? No more talking about it. I've spent so many years talking about this dream. I've had this dream since I was in my early 20s. I went vegan probably 10 plus years ago. So it's been in my mind of doing this, but I've had to like start businesses. I've been all over the place in my mind. I failed a couple businesses. I succeeded in a couple businesses. I then traveled to, find myself and to get more clarity. And then I got a lot of clarity and I got dialed in about 4 years ago on, okay, this is what I want to build. I want to build a sanctuary. In the last 12 months, it became so much more clear how possible it is, how this can happen within the next 12 to 48 months. Like, it's gonna happen really soon. Start to save money, start to get rid of the expenses, the debt, so all that's gone. So now it's just saving time. So I've been able to really focus in, and now it's game time. So now all the energy is now shifting away from me, because I used to do all about me. I used to always talk about this, talk, how I can help, how I wanna save, but what animals is it saving, right? So when I went to Thailand a couple months ago, or a year ago, I was able to really get into the streets for about 3-6 months, and I was able to help thousands of street dogs. So I was like, I'm getting into it, good, but again, not sustainable because then you run out of money, right? So it's like, how can I do this longer term? This is the solution. So I'm just done talking about it, and that's what brings us to, done talking about Better World, let's just go freaking build it, right? Of course, I would love to build it with you. I would love to build it with other people. Of course, absolutely. Worst comes to worst, I build it with the animals, right? If me, myself can save 100 animals, amazing. But imagine 10 of us, we could save thousands of animals. It's so powerful. And like,